Welcome back everyone to DAI Discussion, our weekly review session of Dragon Quest The Adventure of DAI. I'm sackchief, I'm joined by Ryan and Wolfsbane.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, everybody?
Alright, so today's episode we're talking about is episode 10, and this is the latest episode. It's called On to PAPNICA Kingdom. A lot happens in this episode, but not a lot also happens. We're mainly introduced to a lot of characters, and the story introduces us to these characters, and that's the main draw about this. So we find out about the 6 army legions of the Dark Army. Essentially, we meet all of them in this episode. We meet Flazard, the first one, he's like this demon, this half fire, half ice demon, like straight down the middle. On one side, he's got the ice powers, on the other side, he's got the fire powers. He's really like an angry kind of guy, and he's really powerful. And he commands the Blizzblaze Legion. The second person we meet, we already know Zabora, and we meet my actual favorite character, Baron, the Dragon Legion commander, who's a really badass character. He's awesome. We meet this character. Not much is known about him. He's very mysterious. We meet Mistvirn. He's like this wizard character who's also one of the Legion commanders. They have this sort of like round table discussion, right? And Dai, Pop, and Mom go on this boat, and they go off to PAPNICA Kingdom to help out with the fight against evil. And when they get there, they meet a disciple of Avan who uses one of Avan's techniques. And at first, this disciple's name is Hyunkel. And they trust him at first. They think, oh man, this guy is one of Avan's students. He's got to be on our side. Turns out, he's not on their side. He's actually one of the 6 Legion commanders, and he's a bad guy, and he uses the skills that Avan taught him to do evil, to lead his undead legion. So Dai starts fighting against Hyunkel, and the episode kind of ends in the middle of their fight. Not a lot happens, but Hyunkel's so strong that the Earth Slash he can block. He has this crazy, very mysterious-looking evil sword that he was able to block Avan's thrash with it. It didn't hurt him at all. So this is clearly going to be a very tough fight for them whenever next episode comes. So some impressions. Ryan, what do you think about this episode?
Yeah, I was definitely excited for this episode because now we get to see all the Legion commanders all there in the flesh. You know, I think Flazard is one of the best looking, actually non-Toriyama designs. It looks very Toriyama-ish, but it actually isn't designed by Toriyama. You know, I like Mistvirn, I like Baron. You know, all the Legion commanders look very, very awesome and menacing, and I can't wait to see their battles animated. And then I was really excited for this episode for one reason, because my second favorite character, Hyunkel, who a couple of episodes ago our pal Wolfsbane actually thought it was High Knuckles, so we kind of went with that joke for like a little while. And so I remember during Wolf's birthday, I was like, I made him an image of Hyunkel saying, Happy birthday, Wolfsbane 101 from your pal High Knuckle. And he's a badass in the anime too. So I was really excited, and I actually want to hear what Wolfsbane wants. I want to hear what Wolfsbane has to say about this episode.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, so far, yeah, I think Sack nailed it on the head. A lot happens, but also not a lot happens all at the same time. Yeah, Flazard, I was like, that's an interesting name. I guess it makes sense because Flame and Blizzard, so, you know. He looks cool. I also like the fact that he's got, like, these 2 little minions. One's like a little fire dude, and one's like a little, you know, ice dude. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that Baron guy, he looks interesting. Wonder, I don't know much, but I have guesses. Also, it was pretty neat that, you know, apparently, what's his name? I can't remember his name. He's the dude, he's the original bad guy. I can't think of his name. I just pulled it down. Yeah, Hadlar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hadlar got a new body this episode, apparently.
His new outfit too. Yeah, he healed.
Yep.
Yeah, he healed. He got a new body. He's got some weird looking mark on his eye now, and he can do like a high level fire spell now.
Mm-hmm.
and apparently he was able to blow a hole through his own mountain chamber, which was pretty cool. We also saw Crocodile was being healed in a pod.
He's not dead yet. He's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, cool sand pod, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we got to see the, it was neat that we got to see the boat and what it did and how like they managed to get across the ocean without getting attacked by monsters that would like pour out holy water.
That was cool.
constantly.
Yeah.
I was like, that's neat. I'm surprised nobody's ever done that before.
In the games, especially.
Yeah, or even in just in general. I'm like, that seems like that would be extremely useful
To avoid random encounters.
Yeah, we also got to see some outfit changes for the group. We got to see an outfit change for Dai, for Mom and Pop, although Dai's looks a little different than what I remember some of his updated design look, but I guess it's either an in-between design or it's just a new take on it. Because
New armor pieces.
Yeah,
I've seen his design, his updated design in Jump Force. I haven't played the game, but I've seen his model from it. And I was like, I figured it'd be closer to that, but we'll see. But yeah, we got to see High Knuckle, my boy High Knuckle. I know it's Uncle, but I misread it as High Knuckle all the time ago. So here we are. And I'm getting some serious Vegeta vibes from this guy. But I'm also getting like, if you've watched old school Dragon Ball, anybody like original Dragon Ball, like before Z, I'm getting some Ten Shinhan vibes as well.
That's a good analogy, actually, because they both like have a rivalry and like some sort of anger based on like their master and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also they both seem to have very similar move sets. So yeah, it's interesting. I think I'm gonna like this dude because like I always like the rival characters a lot in shonen in general. Really, I always think rival characters are cool. Yeah, this Hyuncle guy or High Knuckle. I don't know if I should keep the joke going. He looks cool. I like his sword. Looks really sick. That's something I would design. Like if I was like 14 again. just big metal jagged sword sheath, and then just pulls out a big old silver blade. But overall, it did seem like there was some politics going on with the round table of the bad dudes.
Yeah, they didn't all like each other. There was some hostility going on there.
Yeah, that's to be expected with villains. Like it's kind of like a thing. Is like villains just typically don't get along with one another usually.
Yeah.
Blazard seemed very hot-headed, but also cunning because he's half cold, half hot.
Yeah.
He's like that Katy Perry song. Yeah, he's just like that Katy Perry song. He's hot, then he's cold. Yes, then he's no. But then we also apparently Hyuncle is in good with the Dark King. So I wonder what the deal with that is. That's not really explained. Let's see what else. That Mistvern guy. Apparently, they were surprised when he like laughed, and they were like, "The man who could be silent for decades." And they were surprised, and it's like, oh man, there's something going on here.
Alright, here's my question: how does anybody know he's been silent for decades? Like when he's alone in his room, he doesn't even talk. Like, how do they know, right?
I guess they're just guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
dramatic effect,
Yeah, he's the ultimate introvert.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a stretch that he never talked for decades, and that was the first time he ever talked in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sitting alone in a cave somewhere, which all of them seem to be hanging out in caves, and if he's not around anybody, I'm assuming he's just not saying anything, just thinking everything.
Yeah, it could be.
Unless he's just nuts and talks to himself all the time.
Yeah. And he was like invisible. He was sitting in a chair, and he just like materialized.
Yeah, and freaking Blizzard was like, "Hey yo, what?"
Yeah, I don't think Miss Vern is that social to talk to himself.
Yeah, but Hadlar knew. He was there. He said, "What are you talking about?" He's right here, and then just poof. He's like, "Hey yo, what? How'd you? Man, that's not cool."
Yeah, and also they mentioned that Hyunkle is the only human demon commander of the a legion. The rest of them are not human.
But Baran looks human, so I'm assuming he's not human.
Yep, that's some
I'm
foreshadowing.
like,
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah,
though.
he looks familiar.
He looks cool because I like about him. I like his mustache. It's pretty badass,
Yeah.
right?
I was about to say that too.
Mustache.
Yeah, he's a good mustache. He's one of my favorite characters, and he's pretty tough. We're not gonna talk about him yet, but he's like a really strong character. I like
he's
him.
the leader of. They said in the episode he was the leader of the Dragon Legion.
Yeah, and that's the strongest legion. We know that.
Yeah, so they're all over like different legions. I was like, you know what? Because I've not read the manga or watched the original anime, but I always thought like the leader of the the Undead Legion would be like some crazy looking skeleton dude. So on one hand, it would have been cool to see, but on the other hand, I'm kind of into the fact that it's good old High Knuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fitting, and he is like kind of got a bit of a trickery kind of guy, you know. At first, he's got some issues that we'll find out more about soon.
Yeah, because he didn't give away that he was like a bad guy right away.
Yeah, put his sword away. Actually, he sheathed his sword, and then he's like, "Yeah, here's my Avon insignia." He pulled it out and he showed it to them.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna talk to you guys for a few minutes, and then after that, we about to do the dance of the sword, my guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very curious to see how that fight's gonna go. I like his design. It's very rare that I like a black and white, almost monochromatic color scheme for a character, but I dig it on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the original anime, he actually had blue hair, I think.
Yeah, did he? Cause like,
Yeah, I think
whenever I've seen his design, cause I've seen the design floating around, I always imagined he had white hair.
Yeah, and honestly, I prefer the white hair on him because it just matches him being, the leader of the undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's the only character in the whole series has white hair, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I've not seen or read, so nah.
Can't quite remember, but he's a cool character. I like him a lot. I like all the villains. Actually, no, I don't like all the villains. I like him. I like Baron, and I like Crocodile, and that's pretty much. I like Misfear, and I like to hate him because he's an asshole. And
Blazard looks cool.
Flazar too. Yeah, he's also a guy you wanna love to hate.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
actually,
He seems like he's
Zebo.
gonna piss me off later.
Yeah, actually, but it's actually like Zebo era who I like to hate.
Yeah, he's an asshole
Oh
too.
yeah,
he's-
Zebora gives me Bobbity vibes, and I can't wait to see how he goes down.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
I
That's
can't
all can say.
remember what happened, but I think it was pretty good. Whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pretty
All
awesome.
all that I want is I want to see his big giant balloon head get smushed. Probably not gonna happen, but that's what I want.
Well, I can't say anything yet, but
I can't remember what happened, so yeah.
It will be very satisfying. Well,
I hope so.
especially for me because it involves one of my favorite characters.
All right. Well, let's. Is there any final thoughts? Because there not a lot happened, but a lot happened, and we did kind of summarize it. Overall, I'll start first this time. I think this episode was pretty good. I like the animation a lot. I like the character designs a lot. I really like the way DAI, Mom and Pop looked. I thought their new costumes were so cool looking. And I like Hyunkle's look also, and I also thought the fight was pretty cool. I really enjoyed seeing all the characters. They finally showed us all of the Legion commanders. They're not waiting until later to show it to us. They showed them all to us now. We saw a lot of these cool characters, and these are going to be some of the major characters for the rest of the series. So this is a pretty important episode. I like this episode a lot. I thought it was pretty good, and there's a lot of little stuff. Like at the beginning of the episode, I really liked when the merman jumped on the boat and then Pop screamed. I laughed. I thought that was so funny. But other than that was like the highlight of the episode for me. I like this episode a lot. It's a good episode. What about you guys?
Yeah, absolutely loved the episode. It does end on another weird cliffhanger. Not as weird as the one where Dai is on the ground and Mom shoots him, but it ends with a cliffhanger with a close-up of Hyunkel's head. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it ends a little more appropriately than that last previous weird cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, it was a good episode. It is like here's what the bad guys are up to, here's what the good guys are up to type of deal. Although it is pretty weird that they do seem to do a lot of jumping around for the main cast instead of sending them on a journey. But I guess they don't want to stretch the series out, so they're just like, well, they're here now, you know.
Yeah.
And so they got to spend a few episodes there, but we'll see. Overall, good episode. But yeah, the whole cliffhanger thing, that seems to be a staple of this series so far. Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Cliffhanger.
Cliffhangers.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, it's a good episode. Pacing, not terrible. It's just overall good, and I think anyone who is looking for a good shonen, adventure type of show should give it a watch.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So overall, we all liked the episode. We hope everyone at home enjoyed the episode too. And yeah, we were all watching together, and everyone seemed to have a lot of fun watching it. As always, make sure to let us know what you thought of the episodes in the comments. We actually do enjoy reading that. We appreciate all the interactions that we've been having with everyone who's been keeping up with the series, and we really appreciate it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week when we review episode 11 of Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai.
All right, take it easy, everyone.
Have a good one, everybody.
All right, bye.